Sickler Room, thanks. Thanks. What up? Oh, I'm so loud. Why am I so loud? I didn't test any of this before we got rocking. How's that? Is that any better? It looks like it's doing nothing. I'm doing absolutely nothing. Is this okay? I think I need to lower you a bit. Am I good? Am I loud? Listening to the audio from my webcam rather than my mic. That might be why I'm so loud. Properties. Device default. I need it to.
Alright, how we sounding now? Sound better? Probably a little quiet now. How we sounding? Gotta get up into the yellow. Put it all the way to the top. Oh, we're good now? Cool, buddy, thoughts? There we go. Hell yeah. Alright, we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna go all the way to server announcements. And go, yo, everyone. I'm back after my week off. See you soon. I'll see you in chat. Sorry. Okay, you gotta move, Liberty. I can't see it. Yo, cat. I'm supposed to have a cat cam. But, she doesn't want to sit with me. And that's okay. My mic. Is that my bracelet on your mic? Yeah. I just thought it looked cute. I thought it looked okay. Hello? Hello. What up? How's it going, everybody? How is it? How's life? New stream room? New stream house, actually. It's a new place to exist. I will have decorations up eventually, but I thought it was more important to go live and chat and hang out with you guys. Thinking maybe tomorrow or the next day, the next day. Movie went well? Yeah, it went as well as we thought. We still have a couple things we got to do at the old place. And by we, I mean Rebby, because she has been very kind to fall on the sword and go take care of those things so that I may stay here and get everything here set up. Like we got a new bed. Like I gotta get that all set up. The first thing that got set up in the house is this room so that I could get back to work. Yeah, we gotta get the bed set up and such. It probably talked about on stream, but I think the organizers were really on point in Atlanta, but the hotel sucked ass. Yeah, we'll talk about Atlanta a little bit. Yo, Paul, thank you for the 5, buddy. That's so kind. I'm not gonna read out your username, XIXIX32. It's a crazy username. 32. I appreciate the 5. It's very kind of you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. That chicken sandwich they sold during the lunch was the driest shit I've ever had. I straight up did not finish it. Did I eat lunch during either of the days? I don't think I ate during either of the days. Because, like, during the lunch break on Saturday, we had... on the lunch break during Saturday, we had, what did we have? We had the showcase match with Fern and Dorian, which I hope everybody liked. I stayed up till, like, 3 in the morning, or like 2 in the morning. I'll say 2:30 to make the story better. I stayed up till 2:30 in the morning, making and pulling the cards for those decks. New blue room, yeah, this is the room now. This is it. This is gonna be like the next 2 years. I got second place with Fern in my LC, by the way. Hell yeah. Did you use my list? It'd be sick if you used my list. Is my list even on... I know it's on my Ultra. Who is that? Void Control. Thank you for the gift, buddy. That's so kind. You gifted my mother? You gifted my mother? That's so nice. That's so kind of you. Tam looks more blue as a result of the blue wall. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I can't really move light around like that. I'm gonna try to run Dorian this Sunday and see if I can get everything. By get everything, do you mean like you're missing cards or you're missing like loot? Because I think you only need like 2-3 loots max, right? When did I say blue tam was an issue? We love blue tam. I appreciate the compliment. That's very kind of you. That is very, very kind. Looking forward to hearing how about the argument was. We will, yeah, we'll talk about the event. We'll talk about the event. I look Smurfy. All right, that's fine, I guess. I'd rather look like the Smurfs than Gargamel. You know, I'll take it. I'll take it as a compliment. It wasn't intended to be. All right, we're gonna do an Atlanta recap. And then we've got a roadmap I want to talk about. And then we have Guilty Gear talk. And then we've got that new Shadow Wizard Money Gang or whatever. Zach with the resub. I think it's 42 months, my guy. That's so kind. Good evening, Ross. Hello, hello. Yeah, we got a ton of UVS stuff to talk about tonight. Honestly, I want to talk to you guys. It's been like a week and a half. I've been live since what, Thursday night or some shit, and it's Tuesday. It's been almost like 2 whole weeks. Crazy. You can do the blue wall as a blue screen, like green screen. I could do that, or I could put things on the wall. More hyper-specific keywords that will likely not see more print after this bundle. You got it. You got it. Hey. You got it. Kaiju, come here. What up, Kyle? Hello, how are you? It's honestly impressive how dicked over Sung Jin Woo got. I have no idea what these cards look like. So I'm just gonna, I mean, we're gonna read them as we read them, you know? I have not read them at all. Good chilling, making updates to my KO deck for LL. I have to figure out what deck I'm bringing to Worlds. I think the answer is just Prism, but I gotta like find stuff for LL. There's like no shot, right? I don't think they've shown the shadow cards, have they? I think we got them today. We got the. I'm sitting here looking at there are like 5 cards or something like that. What up, Sketch? Hello, hello, hello. Prism because she's the goat. I mean, she's certainly my favorite character. You can try to do old Prism or the newer one. So luckily for me, my girlfriend got the LL Prism starter deck. So I've got a ton of the stuff like raring to go. I just gotta grab some other stuff. Did I just not scroll all the way down the news article? No, I don't think so. That's okay. Hey, we're gonna cover it tonight. I feel like my chair's like a little off. I don't know what's up with that. I have a bunch of Monarch you can look through if you need some stuff. Nothing crazy, but you can fill out some of your commons rare, maybe some of the mythics. Do you have the book? Do you have the draw 2, maybe draw 3 book? Because I like that one a lot. I don't know if it's any good, but I think it's dope. Am I that out of rotation about UVS or missing something about Prism stuff? The book is banned. The book is banned in LL? The book's banned in LL? Why would they ban the book in LL? What? I'm pretty sure. I don't think that's true, man. Living Legend ban list. Card legality policy. Classic constructed. Okay, Blitz. Living Legend. Banned. Banned cards in LL. Carrion Husk, Crown of Seeds, Kraken, Aether Vein, Zephyr Needle. Restricted. Awakening, Bonds of Ancestry, Electromagnetic Somersault, Counter Blessings, Crippling Crutch, Cull, Oakenold, Open the Floodgates, Succumb to Temptation. Yeah, don't sound like it. Ooh, it's Riftbound. I knew I'd take a break. I was like, what is all this? Funny enough, Gizmo, it's actually Flesh and Blood. So it is the third game if we wanna if we wanna chat about it. I do have a Tome of Divinity. Tome of Divinity! That's the name of that card. That card's dope. Who doesn't love drawing cards? Then I think I have at least one book. Hell yeah. Oh dang, I'm even further off. Yeah, kind of. That's okay. Dude, I want to play Flesh and Blood so bad. I should make one. Remy! Thank you for the 35 months. Almost what? Oh, almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. Yeah, not one more month and it's 3 years. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about, lady. That's crazy. Meta versus decks. Go. You guys okay? Good? Sunji Woo's new kit makes him look like an actual fun backup character. I'll say that for sure. Tony, no spoilers! I haven't looked at anything. I haven't looked at anything yet. Relax. Mods ban this guy. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Whoa, the tables have timers? How'd you do that? That's pretty cool. I'm missing a few of the new fancy brew cards for KO, then I'll be fully blinged out. Hell yeah, I love that.
Hey Tam, love the new setup.
Zervini, thank you so much. It's blank. It's blank. It's bare. So here's the actual. You guys want to see? You guys want to see the actual magic? Let me make sure I'm not gonna leak anything. So you're gonna see some stuff. So I will be able to the plan is to actually like record some talking head stuff in here. So I'll have like this angle to like talk and stream and whatnot. But I also have, I'm gonna fuck my everything up. I've got all of this here, like this whole ass table. And I'll see if I can get it. There's a little spot. Oh, you see this spot right here? I can move the arm that this is attached to and move this table for either talking head stuff and slash or I have to refix my angle and slash or like gameplay videos if I find somebody to play games with IRL. And then I come back and then see how I feel like I'm a little fuzzy. Are we crispy? I feel like I'm still a little fuzzed. That's it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I just I gotta get the Omaha crew. First off, I gotta get the whole set up, right? Like that whole back wall I want like decorated and shit, and then I want this whole back wall decorated and shit, and then should be able to yeah, should be able to set the whole thing up. Yeah. Master George knew
who dis.
yeah, you know it. Back in Omaha? I am back in Omaha. Yeah, I moved back in with the parents for just a bit, saving a bit of cash. The plan is for the next 2 years, and then see where life takes me there. The only reason that I was in Des Moines was for Rebby's job. Like that was the only reason I was in Des Moines was Rebby's job. She ended up getting a job in Omaha, and so I was like, oh, we'll just move back. And so my parents have the space; they've got the room. We're gonna pay them a bit of rent, and then be good, be chill. Very happy, very blessed to have the support system I have. It was not your friend list, unfortunately. I did not have Spire of Conflicts, put together a fire list and did a deck profile with Brody 1. Hell yeah! That's cool skins. I think that deck is super super dope. Very aggressive. And I don't think that she needs the Spire. I just really like Spire, you know? Yeah. Ba-da-ba-bow. Ba-da-ba-bow. Gotta close out some of these Super Show tickets. What up, Josh? Hello, hello. I think Fern has the potential to go crazy with Guilty Gear and Ino's SR drops. Agreed. Yeah, totally agree. If nothing hits in the November ban list, I'm probably just checking Porco people again at Buffalo. Yeah, I think that's fine. Jester is going to be tier 1 with Guilty Gear. I don't know if that's true, actually. I think she'll like see play, but tier 1 is a stretch, man. Tier 1 is a stretch. Like, yeah, she gets some cool ideas, but tier 1? You think she's going to be as good as, like, Devil Jin? You think she's going to be as good as Midoriya? I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. I just don't think that's true. Historia will be? Now, Historia, now we're talking. Now we're talking. We weren't talking about Historia. We shall see. Like, I think she's getting tools for sure. I think it's sick that I think it's so sick that we have access to actual spells, right? Like spells outside of the Critical Role thing. Like, whole point of universe is mix and match and cross pollinate and do that. And so like we have spells from not Critical Role. So that's sick. That's sick. Thoughts on the newest ban list? Rad lad, here's my thoughts on the newest ban list. Because I haven't had a chance to think about it. I think there is no reason to ban anything at this current moment. I think there's no reason to ban anything. I think that the game that Universes wants is on the very high end. We're gonna talk about deck lists here whenever we talk about Atlanta. I want to look at like the top 32 decks and like who all exists there, you know? And I do think that there is a I don't think there's a need for a ban list. I think there's just like there's so much stuff going on at the moment with the game and like the things that you can do in the game that I just don't think like there are changes that you could do, but like I don't think there's any like one change that you could do to like fix the game right now. I just don't think it happens. I've heard some cool suggestions, but like there's always a biggest fish identity. I think that some full ass sets are gonna need to rotate before things happen. Truthfully, right? I think that shit needs to rotate before things get before things crazy. Theoretically, we should be getting a ton of spells in Fairy Tail too. Maybe. I've never seen Fairy Tail. Is Fairy Tail worth watching? Am I crazy? The only change I want doesn't fix the game, but it's a quality of life, namely sweeping. Everything else is big shrugs. I guess I just want Shredder. Shredder would be dope. Yo, I guess we could talk about we could talk about MTG Turtles. Man, it's kind of crazy that this is Magic Magic came in and they stole our stuff, you know? Some wild stuff, boss battles. That's what I'm saying. And the thing is here's the deal. Magic isn't going to miss with the boss battle stuff, and I think that's like important, and I think that's like the craziest thing is it's not gonna come out the gate half baked, and I think it's crazy. Namadori will probably be on air without it. Here's what I'll say. Void Control. If I am, I've got 3 decks potentially to take to Glasgow: Devil Jin, Mikasa, and Midoriya. And if I play Midoriya, I'm not playing him on air. I'm not doing the combo. I'm playing a backup centric Life or Void Midoriya. I haven't figured out which one yet. Probably Life. Boss battles is also the second time with a boss battles type form of playing the game. Interesting. I didn't know that. I think DJ sweeps. I do think DJ is crazy. I mean, he's a nuts guy. I've also been talking to non-UVS friends, and I've made it a joke that UVS players would lose their mind over Pokemon TCG having 2 decks be strong and meta for 2+ years now. That's a good point. Okay, you guys wanna talk Atlanta? We can talk Atlanta for a bit. So I posted Tunic as a Dream IP, and Hitch said it's peak. So now I'm making a fan-made challenger deck. I plan on posting in the Discord channel. Please do, please do. I wish that I had more free time to make fan sets. Dude, I think challenger decks are probably like really sick to like make. Anywho, let's chat a bit. Yo, what up, everybody? I've been gone for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. As you can tell, I'm gross. I haven't shaved. I'm really yucky, but I just really wanted to get live and talk to you guys a little bit. And we've got a ton of news to talk about. Specifically, I want to talk a little bit about Atlanta and my time there. I don't have like a big presentation. I don't have like a big TAN talk set up. It's going to be a little more free flow, free form than normal. So chat, if you guys have questions or whatnot, let's talk about it. Right. I did make a big presentation this time. I do need to look up the roadmap though. So with that, but with that, let's chat about Atlanta. So first and foremost, going into this event, this is on IGN. Is this not on their official Universes page? Am I crazy? Oh, there is the roadmap. The roadmap is also there. Okay. I was like, what? So going in, obviously, had the good, the bad, and the ugly. Love that, Rad Lad. That's great. The good of Atlanta, the bad of Atlanta, the ugly. How about Rosebud Thorn? How about high point, low point, midpoint? Okay, high point of Atlanta. I'll save it. I'll save it for the end because I think ending on the high point's cool. The low point of Atlanta. I didn't get to play nearly as many games as I wanted to. Full stop. I wanted to play way more games. And that's like the thing, that's the low point that was inside of my control. Like the true low point is the fact that like the hotel was like really hot and like the hotel was like kind of mid, you know? Like it wasn't actively bad. Like there were like bugs and shit everywhere. But it was like I couldn't do anything about that. You know, I got to like be business casual the whole time. I can go find a picture of me in front of the camera being business cash. I'm sure I can find it. I was like walking in front of the camera like the whole day. Hey, look, it's business casual Tam. Oh, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. What is going on? This is supposed to be my middle screen. Damn. Let me do this, and then this, and then this, and then change you. Why does it say automatic? I don't want it to be automatic. I want it to be literally something else. No. Yes. There you are. Hey, look at that. Business cash Tam. So like, I had the tie and I had the rolled up sleeves, and like I felt like pretty okay for pretty much the entire weekend. As everybody's doing it. The room was like kind of small, but there's like a second room with air conditioning and so on and so what. But overall, like the event ran really smoothly. The games that I saw played were like pretty fun. There were some outliers with like some pseudo cringe turn 2 kind of bullshit, but like all in all, I think it was dope. That room looked tiny. It was not massive, right? It was actually Skins. It was perfectly sized. It was perfectly sized. There was not a bunch of extra room for a bunch of extra pomp and circumstance. It was exactly big enough for a tournament and for, as people dropped out, for side events. That was it. Whoop. You look like an office worker who worked at a desk for over 10 years and was thriving. I felt it. I felt really good. The bud of the event, leave me and my Porco alone. I hit that turn 2 with finesse. I just like don't like turn 2s. I think turn 2s are like lame, right? Turn 2 should happen like 1 in every 20 games, and it like your opponent should be excited that they got turn 2'd because of how rare it happens. If your opponent is not excited that they got turn 2'd, then that means it's happening too much. That's it. Turn 2ing somebody should be exciting, and they go, oh. Shit, man, that was tight. I can't believe that worked. That should be the mentality for turn 2ing somebody. That is not how it works in universes. And that sucks. It feels like Porco and Double Gen are doing the exact opposite ratio, where it's 19 in 20 games that they're turn 2ing people, and that does not feel very good. It's not playing a game, right? That's sitting down, shaking your opponent, and being like, look at these cards, and then leaving. With that said, probably if my thorn was I didn't play enough games and the venue was not up to like my desired standard, my bud was probably that that my day was just stressful. Not that my day was bad, but my day was stressful. The first 3 rounds were like really, really tough on me because because of all the teams graphics that I made. Let me see if I can find those real fast. I'm sure I can find them. Are they up over here? Where would they be? Oh, they're here. So I made all these teams graphics. Let me double check and make sure that I don't leak nothing. Those group bottom right. All right, we're good. I do this. Whoops, I do this. So I made all these team graphics for the people that were there, right? Like here's Cryptic Gaming's, whatever. And like making this was like a little difficult to do under the time crunch that I had, right? Because like the way that my days worked is my round 1 was like going and finding my pairings, which is still like super annoying to do. I've asked somebody to work on it and they've got it almost figured out, but they just have to like put pen to paper and like do the damn thing. And then watching a stream on play. It's complex. I'll explain in detail later. So like making these team graphics was like just like a little stressful because of like I had to make the team graphics and keep up with like the deck lists and all of that, and there's just such a crazy time crunch. As well as every round I would make, I think it's this page. Yeah, so every round, I'll take you through what I had to do every round. So every round I had to make the graphic. This is not the right link. It's probably going to be this one, I'd imagine. It's got 15 pages. So every round I'd have to make not one, but 2 deck lists. And then I had to make the current top 30 players. And so I had to like put in all of their records, as well as every name in their team name, as well as the character and the symbol. And like, so all of this information changed basically every round. Like of these 30, like things were constantly changing and moving in and out or whatnot. As well as I had to come down here and like take pictures of people and like set up the if these people won graphics. Yeah, and it was just not difficult work, but it was a stressful work because of how fast I felt like I had to go. But by the end of the event, I had like this whole process down of like get the 2 winners pictures uploaded, get in both the deck lists, get in the top 30, and get that transferred over to Mike, who was inside of the like running OBS. I got all of that done in roughly 20 minutes by the end of the day. By like the end of like round 7 on day 1, which was dope. And again, I gotta give an absolutely massive shout out to a couple of people. Number 1, Paul Casagrande. If I didn't have Paul Casagrande, my work would be impossible. We would not have deck lists at all. We could do pretty much everything else, but the deck list thing, like being available as quick as it is before each round happened, could not happen. We'd have deck lists after the rounds, which like just makes for a worse story. So absolutely massive shout out to him for that. Huge. And then big shout outs to my 3 casters, Jesse Cervini, Chris Bromley, Bear Bryant. They were so down for me to take charge and lead the team. It was so sick of just like when I was being so unbelievably annoying to these people of just like, I need you in this chair in 5 minutes, and 4 minutes would pass and I'd be like, where's everybody? And so I was just being a little drama queen about it. But I'm so happy that they were just so down to play ball. It was so sick. And then lastly, the biggest shout out of all time to Mohawk Mike. He crushed it. He absolutely crushed this weekend. He came in and he was so down to play ball with me this weekend. Just being like, if I had a crazy idea or something, like he was down to jump at it. He never told me no. The only time that he told me no was we wanted to do Olympic style, which was record a match and then stream a match. At not at the same time, and so like the broadcasters would like see something slightly different than what was actually happening. But it ended up that just like he just didn't have the technology to do it with him. He just like we couldn't figure it out, unlike we did at, I believe, Louisville with Brian, another goat, another absolute Chad. But they couldn't figure it out, and so we just had to do it all live, which made my life stressful, but I got it done. We got it happen. And I think like over the course of the tournament, I think that we as production, I think we slowed down the main event by like 10 minutes total. 10 minutes total over the course of the entire both days. Like I was so incredibly proud of the team and how we did not really interfere with the main event. And then my last number 1 shout out is just AJ, the TO and owner of round 3 events. He again just down to play ball with me I during day 2, I was like getting some like weird, crazy like requests of like, hey, I want to like stream the finals live for everybody in the room, and like let's like put up like a barricade so that the players can't see the live stream that's happening, whatever. And it was so sick, which is my rose, right? My absolute high point was actually just like the energy in the room has not been like this in literally years. It felt like there was a real celebration of the event that happened. People like there was like an award ceremony and like a congratulations speech, and like people popped off, and it was so sick. It was really cool. And I was really happy with that, because all of that energy in the room was like a combination of round 3 absolutely kicking ass, and then me, I will take my flower, me on the production team being like, these are the things that I need to have happen. Let me put things in place to like make it happen. It was so cool. It was so cool, and I'm so happy that I finally got back to that level. And it is a thing that like, if I am if I'm on production again, it's a thing that I'm gonna demand. Like I'm gonna be like, if there's not a projector in the room, I'm going to demand that we go and get one. I'll be like, I will go Uber, or I will DoorDash us a projector if necessary. We're going to have one in the room. This is what's going to happen. Which is dope. I think that's super rad. It was sick. It was so sick. Specifically day 2. Day 2, if there's no projector day 2, like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Day 2, you gotta have the projector. It just like, it truly brought the room together. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, that's everything from my perspective. Let's talk about the event itself, though, right? So I've got some stuff pulled up, and we can make this a wee bit bigger as we look. Will I do this? Nah. Sneak peek is great too. I agree. So let's talk about the event, and then we can move on to like the sneak peeks and whatnot. So let's talk event. So the way that I want to break this down is, I don't want to look at like individual decks or whatever. I just kind of like want to look high level at stuff, at like names and players or whatever. And then just like chat about like, I think we're gonna go all the way down to top 32, because I do want to look at quite a few decks. So top 8 kind of does not look like I would have forecasted for this event, truthfully. Things not on my bingo card. I did not have Crystal Lens on making top 8, right? Like, I would not have do top 64 TV. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. You should have won it last round. I did not have Crystal Lens making top 8 until you look over at the pilot, and you see Travis Tangeman, and you realize that guy can probably top cut with a ham sandwich. And so kind of dope to see that he ran it back on a character that like he's had success with. I was not a pony believer for specifically this event. I think the pony gets eaten alive by Devil Jin. I'm trying to get my blanket all situated, and it's being a real hassle. I was just not a pony believer in this specifically this event. I think the Devil Jin just like eats that character alive. Like that character finding 35 in one turn is difficult. It's tough to do. And Devil Jin finding 22 does it in his sleep, kind of. And so like I think that like Pony's Devil Jin matchup is like really Devil Jin favored. And then like the number one character that I thought had completely fallen off was just Porco. The fact that Control F, please Control F, PORCO. So there were 5 Porcos in this event, it looks like. Yeah, so there are 5, and like 2 of them made not only top cuts, but top 4 is like definitely not what I had on my bingo card. I'm gonna do this. Oh wow, that looks so much better. It's just definitely not what I had on my bingo card. You know, 24 health is like, it's a lot of health. A lot of health for a 7-hander. But again, kind of like that same pony energy of like finding that 35 versus Devil Jin, like it just seems like really hard. But maybe not. Like it's just a character that like I've had some not a lot of success on, and it feels like you're very dependent on having teaming at the correct time and like doing the things. Like it just seems tough for Porco to like find the 35, find the 34 that exists. But like the other characters of like, hey, a singular Rodan made top 16, so obviously Rodan was gonna win the whole thing. Makes sense to me. And then yeah, like like Godzilla makes sense. Devil Jin makes sense. Like this just all makes sense to me. Most times, to be honest, my Porco opponents always have 3 teamings and an armbar. It's because they're just built better. But as we look at like 9th through 16th, right, this lot, the big standout here is just like all 4, the most represented character inside of Top Cuts with Han Zoe gets bopped, just gets smacked out of the air versus all of these other decks, and I'm so shocked by it. Like I don't know if like Han just didn't wake up in the morning or what's up, but I'm just so shocked by it. Like I just expected these Hanjas to like make a deeper run. I just expected it. With that though, I think the other thing that I really cared about is I am not a Zeke Jaeger 1 believer. I'm just not a Zeke 1 believer. I think this deck is bad. I think this deck is not good. I think this deck just like has to win the die roll and like blitzkrieg you, and then like it can just like get lucky and just like roll you or whatever. But like, man, it's just like I feel like this deck's not very good, dude. It's just so luck based. Of just like I have to draw like 100 of them. There were 4 of us in Louisville, Lamau. Do you mean Zeke Jaeger? If you're talking about Zeke Jaeger, I'm gonna finish my thought. If we're talking about Zeke Jaeger, I'm gonna finish my thought. I think that this deck is just a surprise factor. Like if you don't know what Zeke is doing, you just like you can get Yahtzee to it, right? It's just a Yahtzee deck. Of just like it comes out the gate swinging very fast. It draws a lot of cards very fast, but it's just like really fragile, right? If you have any way to disrupt the thing that it's doing, it just falls apart and it doesn't actually know how to play real universes, which like even more so than like every other top tier deck in the game right now. Like if like looking at like the Devil Jin idea of like, oh man, he's gonna play equipment heist and do the thing. Yeah, but Devil Jin can still just kill you because he killed you, right? Same thing with things like Porco, right? Like Porco is allowed to just be like, oh, I just like had a bunch of momentum and then like I accidentally found Jaw Titan's Bites into like a really big powerful Mighty Blitz or something like that. Like there's like these it's way less of a gimmick, but now this Zeke is like still riding that gimmick train. And even like Hanj, right? Hanj, like I don't think is a gimmick deck. I truthfully don't believe that. I think that Hanj is like playing a damage reduction based Titan pile / Falling Titans deck, and I think that is good for that character to do. A bunch of 7 high for 6s that just like accidentally kill you is very solid. But I do want to look at the next bracket, which would be top 24. And like look at the things that we have here. So we've got Carson Panos' Air Rodan, which we saw on screen. So like the game winning character, not on the same symbol. 93 cards. I believe that includes sideboard versus 83, so like 10 cards different. But then there's stuff like barely missing out on top 16 is Hanzoi Four Eyes, a deck that like has fallen out of favor pretty significantly. Another Godzilla, another Devil Jin, another Hanj. Like all of these were like, if we had like one more thing go our way, we would have like been rock solid. And then like second Zeke Yeager, just more people like just getting Yahtzeed by this guy. Which like I'm not saying it is bad, but I'm just saying he's like really fragile. And then I think Austin Pearson over here representing Hawks. Like I think 17th and 21st is like now there's some like real diversity, right? Which I think is dope. I think is cool. I like the fact that like we came back with, I want to say Hawks was the deck that people were really when they saw Equipment Heist, they were all in on Hawks and being like, this is the guy I want to do this with. Let's finally, we can make his moves kill people. And then this event navigated more towards, oh, I guess Devil Jin can just like kill people way faster though, because like he already kills people and now he kills people better. I'm actually gonna look at this Four Eyes list because I do want to look at it. Interesting. This is very, very similar to the list that mainboarding Heroes Upbringing is so sick. This is very similar to the list that Kevin won with. Win, loss, tie. Win. Whoa, we 2-0'd the last rounds. Wowzers. Had a tough round 2 and 3, and then went Slade. That's sick. Threw double Godzilla at the end. Whoa, he beat Toru 2-0? You need access like playing these like these like 7 diffs and like 2-0s of Toru is like kind of sick. That's cool. That's very cool. Okay, so now as we look 25 to 32, here's our last line. River on Pony, and then like Godzilla. Makes sense. Most represented character. There's a ton down here. They've all probably ate each other. Ryu being as high as they are is kind of neat. Again, Tim Keefe, great prolific player, playing fundamental universes. Does not surprise me at all. I don't think that like Ryu can do it right now. I think that guy's playing a little too fair. He's essentially Godzilla, but doesn't have quite the reach that Godzilla has. Like he only gets to buff his check one time, but he gets to draw a little more, right? It's an 8-hander one time. Just I don't think he can quite get there. But as we look a little further, like after top 32, man, does it open up like pretty severely, right? Like different character. 38th with Nick Normandy. Holy cow, that's sick. Like after top 32, like it opens up so much, right? Like Garrett Brett on Zeke Yeager, Clinton Thomas on Edge Shot, Normandy, TC on Smiling, Zach Burgundy. Here's a Ghidorah. We have Josh Adkins on Water Giro 2 at 46th. I mean, these are dope. Something of note, right? We've got Jamie Schwartz here, 52nd on Midoriya. That's the second place Midoriya. So from 12th down all the way to 52nd, literally 40 points down is the next Midoriya on the move. 56th, 58th. Kind of crazy to see Midoriya all the way down here and be considered one of these like big bads of the format, right? Like that seems not what's happening. Like it seems like just like not correct. Leatherhead is all the way up here. Yeah, a lot of. I didn't even realize there was a keel at this event. That's funny. I was Keyleth. Hey. Hey, what up, Keyleth? Alright, Justin, let's see what you got going on. Okay. Okay. Is this worth it? This can't be worth it, right? This can't be worth it. Selectively flipping their thing. Yeah, I get that you get to like put it back, right? Schwa, thank you for the 10 gifts, bud. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so kind. Nah, it's not. That's what I thought. I think Cammy's just like the worst one. Obviously, she's only a 3 diff, but man, I think this character is bad, dude. I think this character, I think this backup is bad, not good. She is, yeah, she sucks. I like literally take this out and put in a second Ray, and you'll probably feel better. She is, but it's fun. When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. No, you're totally right. But all in all, like I think that like the metagame is still like very, very top end, like cool. Sorry, very top end, powerful. But again, there were things that I missed. I did not expect double Porco to be in top 4. I just didn't expect it. I'm changing my headphones. I thought I would give these a try, but I'm just not gonna. I'm switching back to these. I just can't do it with my glasses. With my glasses. Whoa. Hell yeah. Okay. And so from here, now that we looked at the meta game, which is dope, right? Again, the characters that I'm looking at to play for Glasgow, the next event, since we don't have a ban list or whatever, is I'm planning on playing either Devil Jin, Mikasa, or Midoriya on the move. Those are my 3 ideas. So, you know, only one of those made top or sorry, I guess yeah, only one of those made top 8 at this event. So we'll see. we'll see. I do want to talk about the roadmap. Let's middle screen bottom right. 2 of those are cringe. What do you mean? If I do top right? Top right's probably better. All right, let's look at this. I could bring this up just a wee bit more. That looks good there, I think. All right, let's watch this thing.
Excellently, it was pressing to me. Descended from the parents, I inherited 3 passports. I can flex a triple residency. Probably why I'm passing boundaries so effortlessly. If a rapper wanna step, they step with hesitancy. Cause I'm wrecking with ease. Flow epidemic on these beats that I finesse to the beat. And got a reservoir of seconds I can spend on you tweets. Think I got a ton of patience, homie, tested to see. I undertook a mission with impossible odds. I can't cruise with no time, uncles. I'm obviously not easily boxed. That's why they be asking what do I rock. It's Tino Ranga, Tita Tonga, and abolish the cops. Oh yeah, unapologetic with nothing in it, don't fear. Better let the team know when they play the song here. It's real, we don't do it instead of die here. But we not spike here, cause
it's here. Adobe
It's here.
Stock Unlimited.
Yeah, I guess, can I loop you? I can't loop you. Okay. Yeah, all in all, this isn't my year for stuff. I should be able to. It's crazy I can't loop it. Anyways, banger lineup except for Bison. I just like don't even know, right? Like all of the shut up. All of the Godzilla stuff looks fine. Like this is a great shot. It's a great shot when it like, hey, Godzilla's coming. Godzilla, Mothra, another Ghidorah. I think the art like looks a little whatever, but we've seen 4 still images of cards. Like I think Godzilla is like a very fun IP to have in universes, and it's kind of like the wackiness that I want out of universes when it comes to it. Like when I think of universes, I think of a bunch of smaller individual IPs is like dope. I am a big fan of I'm a big fan of like I want like one awesome set of, or even like season agnostic set of like My Hero to like come out and like crush it, right? I want like it's the reason or like I think of like Mega Man. I think of Cowboy Bebop. I think of like all of these like individual things, like a bunch of smaller ideas. It's why genuinely I'm so excited for the Blitz boxes, because I think the Blitz boxes are so smart to inject a bunch of different IPs into the roster and like get it all rocking. It's so sick. King of Fighters, I think I'm down. I'm down for King of Fighters. I've owned a singular King of Fighters game. Back when I was friends with Miles Tyler, I played King of Fighters. But like the characters that I wanted to play, which are like I wanted to play CA, I wanted to play Athena, like they're just like not here. And so like I just have to like, none of the characters here like really excite me. Like Benimaru is like fine or whatever, right? Like Benimaru is cool. Apparently he's like one of the lead characters in it. This character looks interesting, like just like design wise, like little hands that does spray paint and shit. Like that's the pillow guy. I remember the pillow guy. I don't know who else that is. Man, the My Hero stuff, I am happy that we are getting another My Hero set. Can I slow you down? Let me slow you down. Playback speed. Yeah. And then we'll do this. I am excited we're getting the My Hero set. I think that My Hero fits our game perfectly. Like it's so sick. Like it just like truly fits our game, and the fact that like we're getting a Shigaraki All for One Midoriya All Might challenge deck is like so cool. What I want out of it is I just want Tekken style extra characters to like showcase some other key players. Genuinely, like I think that like how do I put this? There was something really cool about the Tekken starter characters coming with like the one of each and then the 4 off the bat. Or actually like give me a Godzilla style 3 characters in each of the challenger decks and like go kind of buck wild with it. Like I'm sick. Just give me the coolest characters in the back half of the series, and not printing Stars and Stripes is a crime. I don't hate not printing Stars and Stripes, right? Like I won't say that because I won't get an argument with you on the internet, but I'm bummed that you don't get to play Stars and Stripes. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. But I just want like I think that I'm excited for more My Hero. I'm excited for it. More Tekken is dope. I think Tekken's a set that I know, a series that I know very little about. Big fan of Yoshimitsu existing in the game again. If they are, I'm pretty sure that they said that Tekken is going to be a full set. Am I crazy? Am I crazy about that? Is this more Tekken? I don't know what this is. Oh, this is Street Fighter. That was Jerry. I'm dumb. I think it is interesting to have Bison in the set since he was a DLC character. But I get like Bison JP, and then you've got Jerry Cammy, both kind of kicking characters, like do the thing. Makes sense to me. I like the fact that we do see Cammy versus JP here. kind of dope. I don't know. I just want them to be good, right? I would care significantly more about blitz boxes than I do challenger decks. I think challenger decks are like so good for sets that like have significantly fewer main characters you could care about, but like for a fighting game, it feels like having an 8-man roster inside of a blitz a blitz box like just makes sense to me. Like really lower the count, make the characters have less of the characters represented, and like inside the set like really flush out like every character like in the game available, and like play with those. Makes sense to me. It just feels like a really smart way to do it. But like when it comes to Street Fighter, just putting out 2 to 4 characters for the challenger decks just like doesn't really make sense to me. IMO. At least that's how I feel. And then Fairy Tail, I know dick all about Fairy Tail. I hope people are excited about this, but it just this is an anime. Obviously, we got the manga. Obviously, there's a manga book here. This is an anime. Like the only thing that I know about it is that my old roommate 10 years ago would watch it, and I tried to watch some of it, but I don't like anime, so I never did. So I just didn't do it. I will say big thing here is they colored this picture as opposed and like fully colored it rather than like the Attack on Titan, like the background's colored and the front's not very colored or whatever, and like stylistic colored. Like this looks like fully artistically colored, which is sick. Yeah. All in all, though, like when I look at this lineup, obviously, like I'm in the way. You can't see Godzilla, Tekken, and Fairy Tail. Honestly, like, I think. Can I say something controversial? And I'm gonna say this. I got into the game. Like one of the things that like finally like tipped me over the edge was Street Fighter, right? I don't think that having half of your year's lineup or whatever be Street Fighter sets like makes half of your lineup being fighting games makes sense to me. I'm just like I think that our game has never historically done well with fighting games. And it's just a thing that like the nostalgic players want access to. I just don't care about it. It's only one full set, right? Yeah, it is. It is only one full set, but like, but is that better than half the lineup being AOT? Oh, a different problem. I think that like AOT being three sets in a row is another indicative problem. Like I actually think that like having 3 full sets of Attack on Titan doesn't make sense. I actually think like if you could have condensed that story down into 2 sets and like made it like first and last set of a year, I think it'd have been okay. And like have 2 sets in between, it'd have been dope. But the fact that that AOT had to be 3 separate sets just doesn't bode well with me. But I don't think that the fighting game IPs just don't do well in our game historically. And the only reason that people are like Universes is the fighting game IP is because UFS was the fighting game IP. I just don't think that it's what it is, right? So much AOT was horrendous for sure. I just don't think that's necessarily true. Your take is hot and wrong, and that's okay. I've sold this game in my card shop based on explaining the mechanics as a fighting game. How much do I want to get into it? I'll get into it. Why not? I'm back. We're back. Let's talk. So here's the thing, Sam. I hear you. As a guy who has related this card game to not just fighting games, but also as a martial artist, right? Like this game is so sick to explain. Like, yo, you've got like the combat, or you've got your card pool and like progressive difficulties. Whenever we like play more cards, it's like we're pressing more buttons on the fight stick. You've got zones, high, mid, low. Your blocks are high, mid, low. It like you can get mixed up with like changing zones and shit. Like your foundations are basically like your footsies, and like your momentum is your special bar. Like, dude, I get it. And it's a selling point. It's a selling point. And then we take and we get IPs like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Tekken and Soul Calibur, and they don't sell. They don't sell shit. They just don't sell shit. So mechanically, dude, I agree with you. I think that the mechanics of our card game mimicking fighting games is dope. It's so cool. But like nobody gives a shit about Street Fighter 6. Why would I play a card game for Street Fighter 6 where I have to sit down and the longest I could play the game for is an hour and 10 minutes for one game, when I could just go play Street Fighter and the longest that my set is like a best of 5 is what, 10 minutes? And then I'm back into playing more Street Fighter. Like it just like it doesn't make sense on that level. When I take other IPs like Godzilla and My Hero and Fairy Tail, and I go, hey, I'm gonna take all of these fighting game mechanics and put them into like this universe that translates well. Here's a card game fighting game mechanics thing. They go, oh shit, I get that. There is not a Fairy Tail fighting game. The best thing that I can get is universes. Like I can sit down for the hour and I can play with my cool Fairy Tail cards. And so that is my big takeaway is like, I think that it is okay for us to pay respects to previous fighting game sets and whatever. They're the lifeblood. They're like lifeblood. They're like the legacy of what our game is. But man, there's a reason that back 100 years ago we had 50 people playing our game. Like it just like doesn't whatever, right? Yeah. Yeah, at least that's the experience that I've had, and I've like multiple whatever. At the same time, Sam, I'm ecstatic that you can sell the game as the Street Fighter card game. That's sick. That's so sick. But I could take the next 30 minutes or whatever and go find pictures of the old Jasco employees when the Street Fighter set came out going to Evo. There's a picture of Justin Wong holding a Universes card and like signed it or some shit. And I just they did not bump at all in sales. And they went to Evo, the fighting game place, with Street Fighter, the fighting game. Like it just didn't do anything. And so like I want more non fighting game stuff, to the point where I think having a really solid fighting game like every year, and like maybe like do some supplemental stuff, makes sense to me. And then fill the rest of your year out with dope ass things, right? Like dope ass IPs. Makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Where it is. Evo isn't the place to sell our game, to be fair. Unplugged Gen Con type cons will always be the spot. So my I guess Wub, my point to that would be that like that's expressly like fighting Sam's point, which they did say well articulated, and I agree. So like I'm officially preaching to the choir. Handshakes, we're both on the same page. I want more. I want the game to grow, obviously, and I just don't think having a heavy fighting game lineup is the way to do it. And having currently we know how we know the look of it, but when I look at this and I see all 6 of these together, this shows me that there are 6 properties coming, whether we know that this is a full set, and this is a full set, and this is a full set, doesn't matter because of this, right? Because of this graphic, this is saying that they all hold the same weight. And this is saying that there are 3 fighting game properties and 3 non-fighting game properties. When I put all 6 of these in Target, the ones that are going to sell, like if I put all of them in Target, the ones that will sell are My Hero Godzilla. And that's just it. And this is, I left out Fairy Tail because I know how I have no data or metric on how popular Fairy Tail is. I know of Fairy Tail, I know nothing about Fairy Tail. And so it's just like there's nothing there. Yeah. But all in all, like, I'm excited for more cards. More cards are cool. Friend brought up Castlevania as one that would also likely do well. Again, like I think I genuinely so here's actually the thing. I think that our game would do really well in the video game space, not making them fighting games. Genuinely. Like I think Mega Man probably did great. Honestly. Like people got into the game because of Mega Man, but Mega Man has been in fighting games. He's not a fighting game character, right? He's a platformer, right? Do you even make it a Target anymore? I remember the last things I saw on the shelf there. I've seen some newer stuff as well. Castlevania is pretty popular. So like things like Castlevania, like I could see. Probably not the first pick that I would have, but like I could see like a Castlevania moving something, right? And so, like, I think that us getting more video game properties makes sense. Genuinely, like, if we, genuinely got this. I'm looking. If we genuinely had this as a set, middle screen top right, the Secret Lair PlayStation that Magic got, right? If we had like a Last of Us combined with God of War, combined with like if this was a PlayStation All-Star-esque set inside of universes, I bet it would sell like hotcakes. Like this would be sick. Genuinely. I genuinely believe that. I think that having a you can keep Last of Us, I think it fits in our world really well. I think it fits in our world really, really well, man. But like having this as an idea would be sick. And again, it is all of these games. Let me double check. All of these games. Are a first person. All of these games are a first person experience that you cannot have this like universal fighting anywhere else. And so the fact that we get to take this first person experience and put it inside of like our world makes sense. For single player, a single player experience that you can't go and have like the games weren't designed for like battle royale, right? But when I do Street Fighter, that game was designed as a 1v1 game. And so when I boil it all the way down, right, I've got a 1v1 card game versus a 1v1 video game. Why would I not just go play the OG? Because I like Street Fighter, right? Like the way that the reason to not play the video game is because I like the card game better. Well, now it's a different argument. But that's my point on the fighting game stuff, and I won't belabor the thing. UVS is just Smash Bros. Skins, you figured it out, dude. Universes should just be Smash Brothers. Genuinely, it should just be Smash Brothers. Take a bunch of different IPs and toss in a bunch of different ways to play the game. Truthfully, it should be the Smash Brothers of card games. Hell, we should try and get Smash Brothers. No, actually, as much as I want it, if we get Smash Brothers, it defeats my purpose of people should not play the card game. They'll just play the Smash Brothers. So it is the monkey's paw, the monkey's paw curls as I get Smash Brothers. Okay. I don't want to do this. I want to put back on music. Oh, I just opened a tabletop. So the Fortnite of card games? Yes. Let's be the Fortnite of card games. If that's how you want to if that's how you want to actually, yes. Let's be the Fortnite of card games, and after every win, our champions are now legally required to emote. If you're not doing the Orange Julius, you don't get your pricing or whatever. I'm good. Sorry, man. It's in the rules now. It's written in the rules. You got to crank 90s and whatnot. Make Phil Birch do the default dance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to look at chat. You guys want to look at Shadow Monarch stuff? Or you guys want to look at Guilty Gear characters? What you guys want to look at now? Alright, I'm changing my music. Shadow Monarch, Shadow Monarch, because I gotta use the bathroom and make some food. That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, this looks fun. Or would it be better here? Nah. Bottom's better. I gotta fill this space a little bit more. I gotta not slouch in my chair. Alright, let's put back on the chill vibes playlist. I'll go click the record button. Yo, what up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Universes. Another solo leveling experience bundle. I made a video a couple weeks ago, and about the solo leveling secret lair-esque reskins that we were getting. Had some mixed feelings about them. Some of them were very cool. Some of them were very not cool, of my personal opinion. But we were teased about the Shadow Monarch Spotlight Bundle coming out, and so interesting. It says Spotlight Bundle, not Experience Bundle. Interesting. But let's talk about it. Okay, so this is from the UVS Games design team. When we first designed the Solo Leveling Challenger deck series, the Challenger series deck, we knew early on we wanted to follow up with some progression for Sung Jin Woo. We weren't exactly sure how we would execute on that idea, but we left the door open with the skill tree mechanic introduced in that deck. We are pleased that we were finally able to follow through on the ideas with the Shadow Monarch bundle. The Shadow Monarch Spotlight Bundle acts as an expansion to the original Solo Leveling deck. You may use these cards independently without owning the Challenger series, but you'll find that they really shine in combination with those earlier tools. Within the bundle, you'll find new art for the Sung Jin Woo E-Rank Hunter character card, updated with revised text to account for an errata we are issuing to that character in this product, and that character being when Sung Jin Woo begins the game with the Assassin skill tree or the Shadow Monarch skill tree. It is your choice. So you can either use the skill tree from the Challenger deck or a new skill tree, which I'm sure will be here. Bro, why is his neck so misshapen? He's supposed to look cool, right? You don't think he looks cool? Look, he's got collarbones for days, my guys. Look at those collarbones. Hachi machi. Alongside this, you'll find a second skill tree for Sung Jin Woo, the Shadow Monarch. This new skill tree allows you to use some of the tools in Sung Jin Woo a completely new way. Your character can unlock these skills after you level up, unlock the next skill down, beginning with the Shadow Extraction. Form once per turn. Try to play a Shadow Shift attack from your discard pile. Instantly, you just like turn yourself into a 7 hand size character, which is very good. Very, very solid. That's very, very good. Of just like, hey, you're a 6 hand size character, just instantly looking like a 7-hander, 730, just like playing a card. It's very solid. His second ability is enhance once per turn. This attack gets -2 damage for each shadow card in your stage and card pool. And so when it comes to minus damage, it's the shadow cards that we have in our stage, which shadow I'm assuming is a new keyword that we're gonna be getting. Sadly, the Shadow Monarch skill tree, this is not a card that sits on our stage, and so this does not give -2. And then in the side of the card pools, I can block with cards or whatever, and then also give minus damage, which is probably chill. Enhance sacrifice 1 backup, draw 1 card, period. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. This does include other backups, and so the fact that we get to play these symbols, like these symbols specifically, death and life, have a lot of backup synergies. So that's very cool that we get to do some cool backup stuffs. And then Monarch's Domain, enhance your attack gets +X damage. X equals the number of shadow cards in your stage and /or card pool +2. And so just like here is a minus damage, and then here is sack a backup for plus damage, and then E, your attack gets damage, equal the number of shadow cards in your stage and card pool +2. So like if I hit level 4 for my skill tree, it's just like +2 damage on every move, looking like Ryu over here, and it's just like by attack. So like just like over and over again, it's like slam a bunch of moves. Seems good, seems decent, seems well enough, right? Probably good enough to run. But I'm certainly gonna have to see what cards we have access to. So we've got Grinding Overtime, say 4/5, 0 mid block, Breaker 1 XP. We've nailed it. Enhance your turn, level up, period. Only 1 copy of this ability can be played this turn. So very similar to the double dungeon that came in the original deck, but instead of a piece that I have to build, I can just like play the grinding overtime to just make my level up happen. And then this stays in the card pool, which is interesting. It does not clear or remove itself. And then response after this card is removed from your hand, build it transformed. We figured it out. Okay. From here we have Bear Bite. 5/3, 3 mid for 5 with a 2 mid block. Shift Throw, which I think is a big deal. Shadow, there's our shadow keyword. And then XP. Response after this attack is not blocked, your rival sacrifices 1 foundation. That's pretty good. So it's a throw attack, so it's always gonna deal damage. It's always gonna deal damage, but yeah. Interesting. I think that this is neat. I think this is a neat one. It's kind of interesting that it's not a weapon, but it's still a throw. It's probably fine. It's 5 diff, 5 damage that like asked him to do it. Maybe if it had like echo or something, I might have been into it. But I guess if it had echo, then it wouldn't be able to shift down. I don't know. Not in love. Nothing. It's not blowing my hair back. Chivalrous Charge. 5/3, 3 low for 4. 1 low block, shift charge, shadow weapon, EX. Blitz. This attack gets +3 damage. If your rival has no cards in their hand, they draw 1 card, period. So this is just a 4 diff, 3 low for 7. That has the weapon keyword, which is important for Sungjin Woo 1. It has the shadow keyword, which is important for Sungjin Woo 2. Or Shadow Woo. So we've got Weapon Woo and Shadow Woo. I'm in. That's how I'll be referring to them now. Is Weapon Woo and Shadow Woo. So I guess Shadow Woo is like down to play a throw every turn, and then Weapon Woo is like down for this cool weapon that like just gets really big. That's neat. Rage Riot. It's a 6/3, 4 high for 7, 0 high block. Great block. After this attack deals damage, build it transformed. So just like you hit with it and then it instantly moves. How do I give speed? Minus damage. This is +2 or -2 speed, and then here's plus damage. Okay. So sack a backup, build a Rage Riot, and I can just like instantly play it. Depending on what this guy shifts into, this might be relevant to like some other characters. Like I could maybe see like depending on what this looks like I bet a Beast Titan would go kind of crazy with this one, right? Because what does Beast Titan say? Does he say that the first time your Titan attack deals damage, build it and shifted? Because if I'm allowed to like build this guy and shift it, that seems kind of sick. With Beast Titan, I just don't remember what he says. I don't know what he says. Shadow Sorcery, 4/3, 4 low for 4, 1 high block. Shift Shadow Spell. Love spells. This deck gets +2 speed for each copy of Shadow Mage and /or Shadow Sorcery in your stage and removed piled. Interesting. Okay. This deck is +2 for each copy of Shadow Mage and /or Shadow Sorcery in your stage and removed pile. Okay, so it can get like pretty quick, pretty fast, right? And then we give it a bunch of damage equal to the number of shadow cards in my stage. So like +2 speed plus X damage seems like a pretty decent 4 diff, right? We can give it extra speed here if necessary. Seems like a really like a quick way to kind of pop off if we so choose. I don't know. There's something great about a bunch of wizards getting together, like all casting one spell together. You know, there's something good about that. Let's look at it. I'm assuming that these are the in order, like High Orc Soldier is just here, and then Shadow Tank Bear is here. That's what we're assuming, right? So let's look at them. Response: after you remove this card from your stage, gain 2 health, and this is an XP. Wait, they're XP cards? Wait, I can remove these to level up with Sung Jin Woo? Remove 1 XP card from your hand or a stage at the start of your end phase level up? That's cool! Yo, this is neat! I was so nervous they weren't gonna have XP. I thought I was gonna have to remove from my hand. This is sick! After you remove this card from your stage, gain 2 health. This is fine. So they shift in after his static applies. What? So you can't level up with them the turn you play them as shifts. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's totally okay. Yeah, I think it's chill. Yeah. I think that's okay. I think it's fine. They gotta stick around. I was just nervous they weren't gonna have XP on them. I thought they were just gonna be dudes. I think this is fine. I mean, obviously the real power of this is like just playing the enhanced to like level up very quickly, and then you have to figure out how to get rid of this card out of your card pool, right? I think that's it. Like this is kind of whatever. It's a 2 health or 2 stamina backup, so nobody's ever going to be attacking it. But if they do, I guess they saved you 2 health or whatever, or like -2 health, whatnot. From here, we've got Tank Shadow Bear. Well, those look cool. This deck gets -3 damage, only playable if this backup isn't being attacked. That's interesting. So the bear can't defend itself. You also get to abort the attack at some point if they attack it. How? How do you I guess I'm confused. This attack only gets -2 only if this backup isn't being attacked. So this is just like 3 extra health. Level 3. Sacrifice 1 backup. You do your best. You do your best Zeke impression. That's neat. That's cool. The fact this guy's got 5 stamina and then gives -3 over and over and over again is very good. It's like Titans Under Orders an upgrade. It's a Titan Under Orders that is a 5 damage throw. So like It's a tight number of orders that you feel way worse checking a 3 on. Yeah, that makes sense. I will say it is unique. It is unique, which is a big deal. But High Orc Soldier is not unique, which is interesting. Okay. Okay. This is fun. Egress. When this card is in your stage, your attacks get +1 speed and your rival attacks get -1 speed. Looking like Vega over here. Excuse me? When you build this card, build it committed. Okay. When you build this card, build it committed, add this card to your hand. So this is just like from your stage, go pick up a 3-low for 7. And then while it's in your stage, that's kind of neat. That's kind of fun. I think like this thing existing in like all your opponent's moves having -1 speed is kind of cool. Or they have to like attack this. I think that's dope. I think this is totally chill. Yeah, I'm in. I think this guy's fine. I think this one beats ass. The fact that like we get that is like pretty good. Okay. For Iron Former Hunter, unique Shadow XP. Commit, this attack gets +3 damage. Response, after this attack, this backup is attacked, your rival loses 3 health. And so this is the 6 diff. So it's a 4 high for 7 that if it deals damage, build it in transformed. Shouldn't this say build it in shifted? Am I crazy? I guess not, it's build it in transformed. Whatever. And then 1 health, not 3. Oh, they lose. Yeah, lose 1 health. This is fine. A little lackluster, but I guess like if you hit with this, it's very good. If you miss with it, like if they block it at all, like this is like clearing the card out of progressive is like what really matters, right? Clearing it out of progressive is what really matters. But I think that like as a badgie that is one-sided, I think it's probably fine. And then Shadow Mage is remove, add a spell attack from your discard pile to your hand, only playable if this backup isn't being attacked. Whoa. This card is kind of good, especially because this gets stats equal to the idea that we have. Man, I think actually this is probably just the winner, right? Like Shadow Sorcery. You like slam 4 of these in your 4 of these in your deck, and it's like, I'm thinking specifically in Beast Titan, right? Like you play Shadow Sorcery, it gets a bunch of speed and then transforms into this, and then you instantly get to go pick one up. Which I think is cool. Which I think is neat. It's got 4 health though, so like, the fact that they can just swing on it means that like it's pretty good. But like, just like anybody doing your best Jester impersonation is like pretty solid under these 3 symbols. Yeah. If you prefer to stick with the assassin skill tree and lead a more offensive weapon focus playstyle, many of these new cards still find a place in the builds. We're really excited for this release, November 14th. Okay, that's cool. All in all, I think that this is. I think that I'm into the set, right? It makes Sung Jin Woo like feel pretty cool. I'm excited to see what these cards look like in the new stuff, and I'm excited to see what these cards look like in the old stuff. I'm excited to see what these cards look like. Like what does Shadow Monarch backup Sung Jin Woo look like, right? Like I feel like plays a bunch of Jaegerists and whatever. Like it seems kind of cool. And they're like constantly playing Shadow Sorcery over and over and over again out of your discard pile. Like seems like a neat way to into the game, you know, or like play a couple rage riots out of the discard pile for free, and then once you've built up a bunch of +3 damage on things, like use Shadow Sorcery to pull some cards out, make them fast, and then make them big. Yeah, I can certainly see what's going on. I can see what's happening. I can see what's happening. I will say, these are all rares, and this little preview guy makes me think that these are foiled, which I hope so. I hope they are foiled, because I bet this blue would like really pop. I think it's neat. I think this is a neat way to play this character. I think I'm down for it. I think I'm here for it. Do you remove? You remove to make this happen. This is so interesting. This is so interesting. Because in Weapon Woo, right? In Weapon Woo, in Weapon Woo, we get to take and add these back to our hand on every attack. And so if I can figure out like I gotta like play a bunch of Shadow Mages over and over again. Again, it's 4 for 4 or whatever, and it's not a weapon, but there's some cool synergies here. It's neat. But with that, I guess you guys let me know. Are you excited for Sung Jin Woo at all? Are you excited for the new Shadow Monarch version of this character? Are you gonna be an assassin, or are you gonna be a Shadow Monarch? Good question to have. Good question to have. So with that, thank you much for hanging out and watch the video. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody. Cute little 19-minute video. You can also choose what skill tree you're playing before the game starts. Yeah, so like depending on like your matchup. That is an interesting question. Do I show my character and then figure out which skill tree I want to play as? Well, he begins the game with it. Begins the game with the Shadow Tree. So I assume you can always pick. But the question is, do I pick before or after I know my rival's character? Because what happens if I like want to play one version in one round and one version in a different round? Similar to my one, putting the babies in RFG, right? Same timing? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna do... Well, open decklist, you have 3 minutes before the match review. Okay. I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. Give me a second. I have to download a bunch of character cards. You can change skill trees between games, if you would, but that's neat. That is neat. I think there's a lore gamer that does it just because like you're supposed to, you know. 1 second, everybody. There are now 25 characters in standard that are 001. Can you have things built before the game begins? We know you can. Yeah, I'd imagine. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta do a thing. I'll be right back. Chat, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay. I found an issue with this room. There's no air circulation, so I put a fan up. I was sitting here like getting hot sweats, and I'm like, what is going on? Because there's just no movement in here. But we're okay now. We're good. I want to do this and then this, and then is it a fridge behind me? It is a fridge behind me. I got my priorities. I know what I'm about. Time to send a Dr. Pepper fridge wrap for Tam's birthday. Dude, you know me so well. You know me so well. Dad said vent needs opened. Look up. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that afterwards. I'm good with the fan for now. I'm good for the fan for now. Cards, characters, and then I need to upload these. Yeah, this will work. Upload and share. Thought this was gonna be a gullible joke. It still could be, truthfully. I don't know. I'm gonna scroll here for a bit. This is what I get for not doing any prep work, is I have to make all these on the fly. Hey Tam, there's mustard on your shirt. No, there isn't. I could have had mustard on my shirt, but I didn't eat mustard today. There was no mustard. Sorry. Sorry. IDK man, that's what I see on your shirt. It's not happening. It's not happening. And like the best part is I've got a camera that I can take and look at. So there's just like there's no way you can get me to look down. It just like won't happen. And then all characters. I get to do you. Duplicate. There. So Chad, how are you guys all doing? Doing all right? Hell yeah. I love that. Late night work oil while hanging out. Love that. Love that. Okay, so I want this here. I want to bring you there. And I want to bring you here. If I do this, oh, I do want to present you. Present full screen. If I do this and then I go back, does mess me up. Annoying. That is annoying. I guess what I do then is I download these. That's awesome. How was it? What? Whoa. I've been trying not to but no, I still hyper focus on UVS. Don't want to burn up before the release in Buffalo. That's fair. I actually think the spell one is the least useful attack in Sung, especially specifically, which is weird. That is weird. Hung with Chris for his Guilty Gear video earlier. I'll have to check that out. I wonder what he's doing. And then I click this, download this, and I click here. Please stop. And I do this, and then what happens? This is awful. Okay. I will exit out of you, and I will download you differently. Sorry, guys. I'm so upset Guilty Gear is still a month and a half out. It's interesting that we didn't get more previews today. I'm just like a little confused by it, honestly. How do I full screen this guy? Why are you like this? Why is everything breaking? I just want to open it with not this. Okay, I think what I have to do, you know what? I've got monitors. I can do it like this. I can come here and I can get rid of this, and I can bring you up over here, and then do this, and then present full screen, and when I'm ready for you, I'll just bring you up over here, and then be good. Okay, I click the record button and say, yo, what up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another excitement tier list. I want to talk Guilty Gear. We have seen all 8 of the Guilty Gear characters, and I just want to chat about them. I want to talk, chat, and vibe. Get your guys' thoughts on the Guilty Gear characters, and kind of tell you where my thoughts are about what's happening with the Guilty Gear Strife characters. I'm excited. And so, with that said, I get to pull up this screen, Guilty Gear X Universes, and what we're going to do is the only pictures that I have pulled up are the characters themselves. And so we're going to vibe with a character, and then we're going to look at the tier list, which I have over here, which is very simple and straightforward. I have very excited, I'll try it, no thanks, and ew yuck, which is, I think, a perfectly 4-tiered system that I have no flaws or thoughts in. And again, this is not meant to be a power level tier list. This is not meant to be anything besides, am I excited for these characters? Do I want to look and try and play these characters? And that is the only thing that matters here. We will do power level whenever we see more cards, but just the words on the face of the cards, what looks exciting. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and just start with Bridget. Bridget is a 7 hand size, 21 health character, has the Hunter character trait, has the air and water symbols that we can see right down here. It says enhance, flip 1 card in your card pool, colon. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed, period. As well as response twice per turn. After your attack deals damage, add 1 face down card from your card pool to your momentum, period. So here is my thought when it comes to Bridget. Right now, without seeing anything else, knowing how the game works, there's currently like a pseudo infinite loop with Bridget. I'm not going to explain the full loop, but basically the way that it works is you find a string of like 2 cards, 3 cards or something like that, and you put every card in your rival's deck into their card pool if you have no way to interact with it, which is not very interesting or fun. So I imagine this character is going to get some sort of errata. If this character does not get an errata, I'll be very surprised. I will genuinely be shocked because of how quick and easy it is for this character to get online and do their thing. It's on 4s, and she has incompatible, so you get to check a lot of 3s. Yeah, it feels like it is not even pretending to play the game universes, and so I think that something is going to happen to it. And so when it comes to my excitement, I'm going to leave the loop out of it. I'm just going to say, hey, it does not, whatever. And so, when it comes to the excitement of flipping a card in my card pool for my move to get +2 or -2 speed, and then after my attack deals damage, add a face down card from my card pool to my momentum, I think this character is dope. Like, the idea of, like, I've played an attack, I'm done with it, as I play another one, I will flip one, is very cool, right? I'm a big fan of it. I'll try Bridget. Almost too very excited for Bridget. Like it is tight for one of these two because I like the gameplay loop, because there's also like this world where like twice per turn after your attack deals damage, add a face down card from your card pool to your momentum. She does have a symbol where she gets to take and play a block, play the Chun-Li reversal, flip the card we blocked with, and then when the Chun-Li reversal hits, it will then go to momentum. Another cool thing to do, right? Like there's some really neat ideas. As Wub said, her action goes crazy, gives echo and flips. If it hits, gives momentum for the echo. That's cool. This is cool. You know what? I'm actually she's very simple and straightforward. I think I'm gonna put Bridget in. Very excited. I think there's some really cool ideas of like churning your own card pool, which is dope. Outside of the infinite flood my opponent's card pool to death loop, which sounds lame and cringe. All right, let's look at the next one. From here, we've got Happy Chaos, 633, very healthy boy. At the start of the game, add 6 bullet counters to this card. Enhance, remove 1 bullet counter, : your ranged attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. If it deals damage, look at the top card of your deck, period. You may add that card to your hand or your momentum. So, this character is very interesting. He feels very explosive. Obviously, we know, seeing some of the cards, which we're not going to look at today, there's a way for us to reload our 6 bullets. There's a card that says, like, discard your hand, draw X cards, get that many number of bullet counters. Here's my thought process, right? If you have any sort of ranged throw ideas, right? I play my ranged throw, I remove my bullet counter, I get 1/1, and I do one of 3 things. I look at the top card of my deck and I leave it on top if it's a good check. I look at the top card of my deck and I add it to my hand, which is draw a card. Or I look at the top card of my deck and I add it to my momentum, which is draw a card. If I hit with a bullet charged attack, I fundamentally like break the game value wise. Like it is like it's really good. But at the same time, like the issue is you have to make these bullet counter pumped attacks hit. And so like there is like the sub game, there is the mini game, is how do I get the thing to hit? How much speed do I put on the thing? Do I put a keyword on it? Do I wait and do I play some pokes or whatnot and let you reduce your hand and then pop off? But like there's a chance that like this character like just like draws 6 cards on offense, right? This character is fundamentally blank on defense though. This character does nothing on defense. We can't even like use bullet counters to like let them hit us to then draw a card to like defend ourselves later. And so it's a one-sided 6 hand size 33 health character. Like it's kind of whatever. I'm in the no thanks category. I'm sure that this character could probably get pretty good, but I just don't think that I'm very interested in trying to figure out how this guy works. Looks neat, probably is really cool, but probably just isn't going to be for me personally. Somebody else can crack that code. We've got Eno, 7 hand size, 21 health, is a mage, is a fire and void symbol, enhance, : change the zone of this attack, period. This attack, that's mine attack or your attack. Your rival may have you seal one of their foundations to cancel this ability. So I may turn off one of your cool pieces to say, hey, you don't change the zone. So here's the big deal about this character, right? Is because of let me explain how this character works. I am going to declare the top enhance. I'm going to say Eno top enhance. My rival then and there has to figure out if they're going to choose to cancel or not before I declare what zone is I'm changing it to. Whether I change it to a high or a low or a mid, I don't have to give any of that information. They have to then figure out, am I going to cancel this ability? If they let me cancel, I get to selectively take the best piece off of their board and just shut it off. And this is not like a once per turn type idea. And so as I take and I dismantle their stage by sealing things, I'm just going to have the correct block zone because I'm a 7-hand size character. Otherwise, I'm going to not dismantle the stage, and I'm going to full block everything or zone overload them or whatever. And then response, after you change the zone of an attack, my attack or your attack, it gets +2 damage, period. So if I have anything that says like after my rival's attack gains damage, give it minus speed or something along those lines, those abilities will all trigger as well. Because it's an attack that makes it happen. I think this character is dope. I think this character is super, super dope. I think that I love the idea. Just that top enhance is so neat of change the zone of the attack period to mess things up. That in and of itself, just saying that like you get to pseudo full block everything is so cool. With that said, besides the zone change, there's no real stat decrease on face, and so you do have to find like your defensive stuff elsewhere. And so this is a cool character. I am into it. I am excited to see what Eno is going to have access to play cool cards. I'm really excited to see what Eno's got access to. I want to tape so back with the character. Yeah, agreed. I think it's neat. Let's look at Kaisuke. Let's look at Kai. 6 hand size, 30 health character. Has the champion keyword. Air and order. Kisk. Kai Kisk. Enhance : this attack, mine or yours, gets +1 or -1 speed. If your rival has 6 or more committed foundations, it gets +3 or -3 speed instead. Somebody saying it's Kiske? Nah, I like Kisk. Kai Kisk. It's very funny. This character is very cool. This character is super neat. If my rival overextends into me or makes a major block, they're not going to be blocking the rest of my moves. They have to have a massive stage in order to play the game. I think it's kind of perfect for what an air order character should look like. Big, healthy character, and gives just a ton of speed. +1 or -1 speed, +3 or -3 instead. If my rival has overextended, it's dope. It's super cool. And the response after your charge or range attack deals damage, commit or freeze one rival foundation. That is, again, you selectively picking. And so if my range attack hits, I get to selectively commit your best foundation. It's very strong. Combining that with all of my moves are getting minimum +1 speed, all of your moves are getting -1 speed, I think this character is incredible. This character is so good. You put a little bit of speed hate or speed pump in your stage, and I think this character is going to be a menace if you can figure out what bomb you want to play. Whether it be like there is the this guy Kokoshos. Yeah, this guy is that that's a ranged or charged. Yeah, this card is super neat. This card is so cool. It's a charge. That's sick. That's really cool. Yeah, I think Kai is neat and is going to find a bomb that you're going to be absolutely terrified. Like the idea of this character having access to, and I'm gonna age myself here for a second, an indiscriminate shock is a big deal. Like we find that I think that there's like press the advantage, I think is the name of the 2 check. I think like this character could play press the advantage with a straight face and absolutely kill somebody with it, genuinely. Of just like, hey, I'm gonna selectively commit that and then get massive stats and then get an extra 3 speed, and like that's the bomb that I'm gonna kill you with, makes a ton of sense. This Kai is very, very, very cool. With that said, a little boring to me personally. He's certainly in the I'll try it category, but I'm not like excited to get in the lab and really grind out what Kai's got going on. May 631 has the earth and water keyword. Water symbols, has the pirate character trait, which is super dope. Your deck may include up to 8 copies of one ally attack card, period. Instantly is jumping up into the very excited. Deck builder's paradise. If I was allowed to play 8 copies of one attack, what would I do? Just instantly want to do that. Enhance : your attack is +2 damage, period. That in and of itself, I mean, that's what Ryu does. Ryu just already does that. If that attack has the same name as another card in your card pool, you may flip 1 foundation and ready it. And so a character that says, if I find multiple copies of cards, I get to double the length of my stage, and it gets to play 8 copies of an ally attack in the card pool. I don't know what allies you really get on the earth and water symbol that necessarily matter. It was fun to think about for 30 minutes until someone said, oh, beast summoning. Yeah, I think beast summoning is good, right? But when it comes to beast summoning, like, beast summoning is very solid. And the fact that you get to like double up on your stage is very cool. But that 4 health cost is like very good. I guess it's 7 damage. I guess it's a 7 damage beast summon, which is good, right? Like that's probably the trade-off. Yeah, just even the thought experiment is like dope. Her teaming counts ally attacks in card pool. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm very excited for May. I think May is super sick. I'm really, really excited. Black Abyss is lol. I also think Black Abyss is pretty funny. Yeah, I'm excited for May. Again, it's just like deck builder's paradise of how am I allowed to cheat the game and do things that I'm not supposed to do with the 8 copies, and that's enough to make me excited for it. Here is Nagaruki. It's funny, I preview this guy and I can't say it. 632 Samurai Vampire. Again, dope keyword traits. So sick. I love how generic they are. It's so cool. All Order has the world's largest static of all time, looking like a Faye Valentine static. When an ability that adds 1 or more blood counters to this card resolves, if there are 4 or more blood counters on it, commit 1 rival card. It can be any card in their stage. Lose 10 health and remove all blood counters from this card. This effect cannot reduce your health below 1, period. Enhance your turn: add 1 blood counter to this card, period. Your attack gets +4 damage, period. So, when it comes to what Nago gets, I think the big thing here is he gets to set up turns where he's allowed to turn my rival's best defensive piece off, and randomly giving your moves +4 damage is like really solid, right? I'm gonna give +16 damage for me to lose 10 health, because reversals don't necessarily exist inside the game, or it's very difficult to do it. It's this -10 health is not that big of a deal, if that makes sense. It's not that big of a deal. I think the idea of me taking and playing out, I think the cool thing about Nago is actually I'm not just supposed to press his enhance your turn on every attack of the game. I can, but I don't think that's necessarily the best way to do it. I think actually like your turn 1 is like a good solid build. Your turn 2 is like I play my 3 attacks and I build up my blood counters, and then I take and on turn 3 I play my first attack, I press my enhance, and I commit my rival's character, and then I say, okay, you don't have your character, which is your defensive piece, and then I'm gonna just slam 4 damage on every move, and like just like, yeah, I took the 10, but I'm just gonna hammer it all home. I think that is a dope way to play this character, and it's very obvious to see the play patterns. I do think that it is important to look at like what the rest of his cards do. How do I get extra blood counters on the card, or even like reducing blood counters and adding blood counters on, like playing with that number going up and down is probably where this character really shines. Excitement level wise though, again, I'm kind of in that no thanks department. I think he's really neat, unless I think I'm just gonna let somebody do the homework for me. I think I'm just gonna let somebody else is gonna make a sick Nago deck, and I'll steal it and I'll play it. Like, I'm not excited to go brew with this guy, if that makes sense, right? Like, kind of same thing with like Happy Chaos is, I'm if somebody hands me a Nago deck, or somebody hands me a Happy Chaos deck, I'll play it. But like, I'm not actively trying to lab it. Up next, let's look at Potemkin. Potemkin. There it is. We got it. 532. Crazy. This guy has less health than Happy Chaos. That's insane that he's got less health. Earth and Void. Potemkin. Poe, the Dragon Warrior. He's got Earth and Void. I love this symbol combination for what this character does. Response tenacious, so playable while he's committed or turned sideways. Before you take damage from an attack, if its damage is 4 or greater, it gets -1 damage, period. The thing about this character is that ability is such a bad training tool. If you think all the way back to, I had a friend and teammate who used to play KOF Goro all the time, and just taught himself to just damage reduce and never block ever, because he would just like reduce things all the way down to nothing, right? And then use his character to -1 the thing. Very Grog-esque. And I think ultimately, like, this teaches bad habits. I think this character is really neat though for the throw characters to get anti-thrown. Let me explain. If I have a throw character that has a 5 damage throw coming in, and I block the throw, right? It is a 5 damage throw. Normally, if it is blocked, it will deal 3 damage. Tim takes the 5 damage, reduces down to 4 damage. It's now blocked. It's now 2. And so, like, it's not saving 1, it's saving 2 on block. So it's on a block. It's on block for a 5-hand size character, which is just not the thing that they normally want to do. It's just a tough pill to swallow. Of my 5-hand size character wants to block and like be defensive in that way. You know, it's weird. And then response: after your attack is completely blocked, your rival discards 1 card, period. This not being once per turn, this being repeatable over and over and over again, I'm so interested in. I think this is so cool. Of just like, after your attack is completely blocked, your rival discards a card. It's super neat. It's super neat. I think Wub makes a good point though. Metalhead is more interesting to this, not gonna lie, and we already gave up on that guy. I think that this is like a neat space. Again, I like the Earth Void place of like, my rival is gonna discard cards pretty severely, and I don't think the damage reduction is like enough to matter. I think I'm down to try it, but I think that you're right. I think if I were to play a character this shaped, it would just be Metalhead. He's got significantly more health, selectively flips my rival's cards, and like, maybe there's a world where like Metalhead plus Tim like work in tandem to be like, if you have too many cards in your hand, I'll just swap to Tim and like really punish you for blocking. Or if your stage matters, I can just be Metalhead. And so like utilizing that clown car kind of sideboard idea. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna put him in the I'll try it category. but he probably very quickly is gonna toss into no thanks. It's like, no thanks. Not really what I'm working with. Not really where it's at. And then our last character, we've got Soul Bad Guy. 632's got Chaos Fire. He's got the Warrior character trait. Your first attack each turn gains tension, period. Just gains tension. We've done it. Just get a Roman cancel for free. He turns every attack into a tension move, which is dope. And then response, after one or more cards are added to your momentum, your next check to play a fire card gets +1, period. This character is so sick. This character is so cool. Probably my favorite character in the set. I think cheating momentum with the tension keyword is like so cool. I think the Roman cancels existing and the things that they do are so cool. Like, it's so neat to see how this like the 4 abilities on that card are so strong. And the fact that, like, when you use tension things, like your next check to play a fire card gets +1 is like it's so sick. Soul is all the way at the top of my list. This is the character that I will be grinding and like getting to be the best that it can be. Every week I will have an updated version of Soul Bad Guy. I will be playing this guy over and over and over again, just because of how much I like the tension mechanic and how much I like the Roman cancel mechanic. I like it so much. It makes me very bummed that, like, after this set, we're just not going to see tension pretty much ever again in any set ever. It is so sick. Like, Soul is so cool, man. Soul is so cool. He's the opposite side of Kai's vanilla. Yeah, that's very much how I feel. It's turning, man, making all of your echo moves just give themselves that free momentum is like just so solid in and of itself. The fire symbol wants you to play like super wide, and like just figuring out how to like get extra momentum is so cool. Like having your tension cards, like having your first card be given, like have the tension, and just like being able to like double tension on a singular blitz is just so strong, dude. Like snap 2 momentum tokens and then like pop off. It's so cool. It's so cool, dude. I'm just so into it. Mighty Blitz being a 5 mid for 10 is sicko as the first move. Dude, I agree. I so agree. It's so cool. But yeah, there it is. There's the excitement tier list when it comes to Guilty Gear. I think impressively, not a single one of these characters are in the ew yuck category. Like, I'm excited to like look at all of them. There's not a character that I'm like I'm actively not planning on playing, and I can't say that about like every set that's come out this past year, right? Like there's no Connie, there's no Jean that would for sure exist in the ew yuck category. But with that said, I would love to know your guys' what character are you most excited for in the Guilty Gear set of the universe's CCG. Would love to know. Would love to get your thoughts and opinions. With that said, you guys, thank you much for watching. And as always, I wish you well. Yeah, Soul's dope. Soul's so cool. Yeah, and even as like I look up the cards, we're just gonna middle screen bottom right. Could I top screen it? Let's just top screen it. The fact that he lets you play chaos moves without eating the check is wild. Yeah, it's so cool. This card gets -1 if you've played a Roman cancel this turn. It's non-throw attack gains echo, and then you flip it, it hits and then leaves. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool ideas of things. Why are you not working? I should be able to scroll and get to you. Gun Flame Fend. After this attack is not blocked, your next check to play card gets +1. So for each ally attacking your card pool. So this is a 3 mid for 4. Man, there's so many cool tension cards. So many. Stroke the Big Tree. This card cannot be blocked by mid blocks. You just turn it mid. That's neat. I just have not looked at all these cards. I'm still semi-upset Gunflame has a damage on it. Oh. I had a combo with that Echo action that involved Ray Fillet. Oh, that's cool. Well, you have a face down near card pool. This card gets -2 to its block mod, so it's just a 0 high. That's neat. Discard X cards, draw X cards, add X bullets counters. X can't be none of the greater cards in your hand. Makes sense. Wind Assault is dope. Did I miss it? Have to play this card to rival spin the momentum. Yeah, this card is dope. You're allowed to block it. I think this card is crazy. I think Dust Attack is nuts. Dust Attack is gonna make people respect low blocks. This card in low attack Godzilla is gonna be fucked up. Dust Attack Errata or Riot? What do you mean? Just low block, dummy. That's a universal high attack in the game proper. Why is it a low? What? Ah, I see. So you're saying the fact that it is a 3 low is bad. Got it. Yeah, lore fail. I'm never buying the set. Sorry, not happening. Is this a 7 damage move? This is pretty funny. This is a pretty funny card. It's a 1 mid for 7? That's kind of funny. It is interesting that this is an uncommon that has the 2 symbols. Interesting. We don't have to read this one. That one's kind of bad. Death from above and just remove this. Yeah, now we're talking. Your rival must play Command Foundation as additional cost to play responses during this attack. After this attack deals damage, draw a card. If your rival has 6 or more, Command Foundation, draw 2 instead. This card's so sick. This card's fucked up in Kai, right? This card's crazy. It's a 5 for 5 that just says draw a card. Sometimes draw 2. Sometimes it's a 7 for 5 that draws 2. This is the card that I'm excited for. I think this card is dope. I want to play this one so bad. This card's nuts. After your rival plays an attack, it loses 1 keyword ability of your choice. Whew. I think Ride the Lightning is missing a line of text like the hex URs that felt blank. I guess that's fair. I don't know. I don't hate the static on it, right? Like I think it's neat. I like the fact that it's a spell. I don't know what that does for us, but the fact that it's a spell is neat. What's her face? What's her face doesn't have what's her face doesn't have air, does she? Fern? Fern with this card probably is pretty good. Just give it 2 damage. So 4 mid for 7. That if it hits, draws a card. I do not think she does now. Yeah, I didn't think so either. She doesn't. Okay, okay. Yeah, I guess not. That card's bad. Sacrifice your next check to play a card, gets +1 for each your momentum. That card's cool. Hard Rock Witch. After it plays a non-character ability that modifies the damage of attack, cancel it. It's very good. The card's very, very good. It's a 4 mid block, which is tough. It's just a little tough. Obviously, like it's when this card is good, there's some other problems with the game. But maybe it like deserves it. Like the 4 mid block is like really, it sucks. It sucks. When this card is good, it's like, man, I can't believe I have to play Drift somewhere in my sideboard. Man, I am such a big fan of these ultra rares that like say pick a thing. Sacrifice, choose one if and they're not even unique. None of these are unique either. So cool. Normally with like your ultra rare foundations, they're all unique and they feel bad opening more than one of them. But like I'm so down to open all 4 of these, right? Reveal a card from your hand, add a copy of the revealed card from your discard pile to your hand. Guys, I cannot wait to activate Heaven or Hell, show Heaven or Hell, and then pick up the Heaven or Hell that I I sacrificed at its cost. Your rival discards 1 card if they have 3 or more cards in their hand, period. Ready to foundations not ready to combat phase. It's very good. It's very good. The Roar of the Spark. I've seen like none of these cards. E commits attacking, stun 1 or gets -2 speed. This card's very good. It's a 2/5, so people, I don't know if people are gonna hear it. So it's sick. I'm so in. Whoa. This card, do these all have chaos on them? Hold on. These don't have all have chaos on them. Thank God. I was nervous. War of the Spark is drunken fighting, kind of. Wait, Fortress builds itself? It does. It does. I see this and I instantly think like Earth Overhaul, right? Fortress with Fern is funny. Fortress with Fern is funny. Fortress with Fern is funny. The Town Inside Me. Once per turn after you play an ally card, gain 1 health. Yeah, all in all, man, like I really do think that this is the best looking set that we've seen in a long time. And I think the reason, and I really genuinely believe this. I genuinely believe this. I think the reason, that's not what I want. The reason is this number right here. I think that this number right here is just like, I just like want this so bad for the rest of our game. I never want to set more than 100 cards ever again. Ever. Give me 65 cards to set. Make them fucking dope. Make them matter. I just like like every single one of these cards it goes back to that idea. This card's so fucked. This card's so crazy, dude. 3 5 for 2 tension. Yikes. It's a 5 mid 6 and Nago. It's a 6 mid for 3 and happy, I guess. Yeah, I just like, man, being laser focused on like doing what your set wants to do is like so cool, man. It's so cool. Get rid of the filler, get rid of the chaff. Make that something else. Make that something else. With that though, chat, I think that's it for me. I think that's it. I think that's the whole last stream. Good 2.5 hour stream coming back. Here and enjoying ourselves. We also got character kits back, more or less. I mean, kinda. I'm also like, again, I'm down for them since there's so many characters inside of Guilty Gear. Let's have less characters on the thing itself. What am I doing? Since there are less characters inside of the thing itself, I think having having more non-character card faced cards in the set would be cool. I actually think the only thing that I'm missing out of this set, truthfully, and this is Tam's hot take. If I do this, here's Tam's hot take, and we haven't seen it yet. Obviously, we're not going to. I just want backups of the characters that aren't character cards. Give me backups of the characters that aren't character cards. Give me 8 character cards that are rock solid, really, really perfect, beautiful. And then the rest of the cast, give me backups of them, and then I think I'm in. And then I think I'm in. Let me put backups in the set, and let me play as these other characters that are fan favorites, and then I think that I'm so in. It's what I want. It's what I want. 8 characters, no more, no less. The rest of your cast can be backups. We've done it. Boy, that chat. I think I'm good for the night. Let me see if there's anybody on that I may hit with a quick raid. It does not look like it. Basically buddy blocks. You don't even have to be buddy blocks necessarily. My Hero Goob is on. Let's send some love that way. Let's send some love that way.
In a fabricated circle.
No. Okay. With that, you guys, thank you all for hanging out. I do, again, greatly appreciate it. We'll see you all tomorrow to do some cool Riftbound stuff. We'll catch y'all next time. Have a good night, everybody.